Welcome back, your girl Sunflower Infinity, and I have a message for you guys today. So tune in, drop everything that you doing, or maybe get you a little drink or get you something on the side, and hopefully you got an ear to hear. Are back. And I hope you guys are having a blessed Sabbath day. Those who don't know, the day is the seventh day where the Most High wanted us to rest in Him. All His children, the 12 tribes, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He wanted you to rest in Him every Saturday. Now, it's only one day. You get 7 days out of the week. He's calling us one day to spend it with Him and to indulge in and do what He called us to do. Okay? So, I had a cold revelation last night where he wanted me to get active on social media again. And I just didn't know when he wanted me to do it, but I felt a bulge in my gut telling me I need to come back on here and I need to get active. Now, I am active on 2 channels. And the way they doing with the technology, using that on our behalf to slow us down, to lower our vibration, to make us sick and have all these problems within. This is what they doing, and this is what I'm gonna be talking about today. But I want you guys to go to my channel, and I need you guys to subscribe to that channel as well, because that will help you in your elevation and your peace on earth. Every children of God need to have a camping lifestyle. If you're not doing it full-time, part-time, it don't matter. You need to go out and you need to have some alone time, with the Most High and your ancestors in nature. And nature actually is a medicine. When you step in nature, it heals you from whatever that you're going through within. It heals you. Okay? So that's why I love that the Most High allowed me to make that channel, and He used me as a vessel to show people, His children, because that's the only peace you're gonna get on this earth. They're using these devices, direct weapons to torment humans, and the Most High, He loved His children to be in peace, in abundant, beautiful life, enjoyable life. So we have to listen to when He tell us to do these things, because it's actually bringing us peace, joy, happiness, the fruits of the Spirit. We're not going to do that with this system that they created, because it's about control. They like to control, the people by using technology and using direct energy weapons to really affect not just your health, but affect you mentally, emotionally. A lot of why these people are in dark places and depressed is because of, what they're doing with these frequency waves. And it's not healthy, like I was just talking, within myself, to the Most High, and was like, man, I really don't like being around in a neighborhood with these technology, frequency towers out, and, all these systematic setups where, they can throw these energy weapons at you. And with us, we definitely could higher our vibration. We could take spiritual baths, which it worked. I just got out of a spiritual bath because I can feel the direct energy weapons that they tried to send at me, and it's not a big deal as if it affects me, but I just don't want to be amongst these people who do this, to try to, control people or try to get them to move a certain way, because we're a fast-paced moving individuals, and when we move and what we say, we manifest. We have a big gift of manifestation through the power of our tongue, and then the moves that we make according to what we say out of our tongue. Okay? And when they are directing these energy weapons at you, some folks is not stronger than the other folks, meaning some people have a exercise life, like, you exercise a lot, you don't eat certain foods like meat, you don't eat certain meats, or you're not a sexual person, what I'm saying, you're keeping in all that power, within, you're not giving it away. So, you can rise above the direct energy weapons that they send at you, to get you not to move in the ways of God and do what you are called to do. It's kind of hard for those who have not raised in a vibration and stayed away from those things, and that's what a lot of people are getting sick to, where they can't move. Some people can't even work due to these, direct energy weapons that, they are using toward the people to try to control them, like slavery. Because it's like, what could you say? I didn't touch nobody, so how could you blame me for trying to harass or trying to abuse this person when I didn't touch him? So they use direct energy weapons as this big old cover up of what they're doing to folks, because it's like, oh, I didn't touch that person. Nobody's seen me do that, but the individual that they're targeting can feel that, and they know what's going on because millions of people are coming out and speaking about this same thing, that they're literally trying to use slave mentality, methods, what they used back in the day, as a form of control. But they found a way not to do it in the way of physical, but doing it in a way of a spiritual thing, as of using technology, direct energy weapons. And it's sad, y'all. It's horrible. These people are very wicked. They are judgment that are coming on these folks. The Most High was telling me time after time, don't worry about, what's taking place with these folks, because there is judgment that they have to abide by, and they gotta face. So I never was worried about these folks and what's gonna come out of what they're doing, because I always say it's not my business. But I do have to tell, the children of God that you could take spiritual baths. You could do fasting. You could do praying. But the best suggestion for you, according to my experience in this whole thing, is to go out in nature. You will have to spend time in nature. You have to go camping. You got to get up out of these homes where they have certain technology already, tied to your home, to where they can have access to you in your home, and they can start directing these direct energy weapons at you. And it's not, your health will decrease. You will start having all these bad issues happening, and then it's like you go to the hospital, and these doctors may not even know what's going on, but you do. And I'm telling you, this is what it is. This is what it is, you guys. I can't say this enough. Now, you may go, to someone, and they may tell you, no, just take spiritual baths. That's what I've been hearing from the divine, and it does work. But it's something that you got to constantly do when this is something permanently that can help you. And that's just what I decided. I'm not here to push or try to bombard anybody to do this, but I'm just telling you, that's where your peace lie, in nature, however way you want to do it. But you can visit my channel, and I'll show you a way to do it if you decide to do it that way. I'm just here to tell you, like, we're coming to the end where he is using, the demonic spirit that's in people, that's using people, to monitor. You can even be in the neighborhood, and then they may just text or send somebody to monitor you. You know what I'm saying? Because of this technology. It's always a technology device they're using. If it's not a technology that they're communicating with other people, as a way of control in them through your device, it's always through some type of technology system. If it's not derogatory, or it's not of a form of abuse, or if either way, it's all under control. And in order to, separate yourself from this, there is a way out, and that's what I'm going to be showing on my channel. I show you on the screen here. Showing you ways to get from among this. This is crazy. This is nonsense. And the Most High, he's tired of his people constantly going through this. And I bet you're constantly praying for a solution. And the solution is you got to separate yourself from this, because a lot of people are in this program, and they like it. A lot of people are gone. A lot of people are so far gone, and it's sad. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about neighborhood people. I'm talking about a lot of people that are accustomed to this life in this program. In order to be in the program, you got to be of the program. And some of us that we ain't of this, and it's affecting us, we're not of this. And the Most High, he tell us, I called you to separate. You're not, he called you out of this. He called us out of this. This was in Deuteronomy. Read your Bible when he said, I called you out of this world. Because this world have nothing to do with me. And when you're of this world, you're going to be affected because you're not accustomed to this. You're not accustomed to this technology that they use to control the people. We trying to talk the people out of it, and they moving towards it. They looking at you crazy because they like it. They of the program. So the only person that's going to be a target is going to be you. Because if you said no and everybody else saying yes, you're going to be the bottom denominator. And then it's like you're really just going to have to separate. Some of you guys, I'm telling you, going to be packing up y'all home, and y'all going to be creating something to move to a more similar common place that you have always known of, which is nature. That's how I've been feeling for years. It's just me. I've been trying to figure out the necessities of creating an atmosphere that may work for me in my build. And that's what I'm going to be showing you guys on the other channel. It's already, my build is, the hard part is already done. Now it's just me creating heat. Now, I don't want to talk about this on this channel because I don't want you guys to be trying to tune in to this channel as if this is the channel that I'm speaking of that's on this channel, and it's really not. This is a message channel, okay? And I do want to talk to you guys Satan's devices that he's using the people to control the people, and he's using on God's people, because he already know that the biggest target is God's people, because we would never be programmed to the program. It don't matter if we even tried. We're not going to be submitted to this program. It's always going to irritate us. It's always going to bother us, and we always going to have a problem with it, because we're not a vessel to be controlled. We were made to be leaders. And we have a problem with bullying. We got a problem with harassing somebody else. We just got a problem with evil. We just got a problem with evil. We got a problem with evil folks. We got a problem with the spirit as a whole. And the evil folks and things got a problem with us righteous light beings. That's why it's stated that light and dark would never mix. What does light have to do with darkness? How can light congregate with evil? It just would never work. And the only way that will work for us is if we separate. That's the only conclusion that it comes down to. That's the remainder of the whole situation. And this is what the Most High has been saying, but I know a lot of people got to come out of all that materialism. Like me, I had to, get rid of a lot of things and keep the important things that I'm going to need, just specifically on, me in the lifestyle of peace that I want. So everything that's important that brings up peace, that's what I had kept. And all the other things, it had to go to the wayside. Not necessarily means you need to throw it away, but you can give it away to somebody, but you ain't gonna need it. If it ain't got nothing to do with your peace, you don't need it. If it don't bring you peace, you don't need it. And this is what we're coming down to 2026. Most High is getting us ready. That's why, I've been getting physically fit, for this new life, this new peaceful and joyful life down here on earth. Because as long as you stay into the system and you start, living a life that these folks be living, you're going to always be in hell. I'm here to let you know. You're going to always fall under and you're going to be in hell. That's just a proven fact. All my almost 34 years of living. I'll be 34 in January coming up, just around the corner. And I say, hell nah. I'm not living like this another year. I know what brings me peace. I've been on this earth long enough. I know what brings me peace and what brings me hell. And some things need to change. And then people be wondering, oh, when things gonna change? It's when you start realizing what brings you peace and what brings you hell, and then you need to do something about it. Unless you just want to continue on going on in the cycles of something that you do know and something that you don't want to change. It's just up to you at the end of the day. And I just refuse to go into the cycles of stuff that I don't, that doesn't bring me peace, doesn't bring me happiness. I mean, if it don't work, it don't work. It's like you trying to fit on a shoe, and it's like, dang, why is it not fitting? And you keep stuffing your, stuffing your feet in your shoe, and you try to figure out, dang, I don't understand why it don't fit. Because it don't fit. Okay. So I don't want to continue this video to 20 minutes. So I'm going to stop it here. And those that have not visit my other channel, I will be posting up basically on just me trying to figure out just the little necessities that I need on my journey, to the nature, in peace, joy, happiness, so hopefully I see you guys there. Stay peaceful, stay joyful, and stay fearfully and wonderfully made.